What's going on, everybody? Payneblade back here again from Server 1 representing ISC. Guys, welcome to the Boruto Showcase, the time arc version. And that's right, you don't get to see this pretty face today because this is not my Boruto. This is actually Blue's Boruto. So I want to thank my boy Blue for coming through here. As you guys know, I'm doing a little protest on pulling this banner or spending any money at all on tribes until it gets better. By the way, an update real quick on the petition. We're almost at 2K, guys, in less than 3 days, or maybe it's 4 days even. That's really still good. I still want you guys to push. The goal here is to send it out during Golden Week. If there's no new content, even if there is, we might still send it out anyways for the communication aspect of things. But nonetheless, I'm proud of you guys. I want to thank you guys for the support, and I really hope we get through this with a little bit of support from Bandai as well too. But without further ado, guys, let's get into Blue's Boruto and talk about what this character is about. Okay, so I got Blue to actually do the same kind of scenario as mine. As you guys can see, he's got a 4-star version. I didn't ask him for the 5. So the artwork, pretty kiddie. You know, it's innocent and it's very similar to Kushina style where it's simple. So I don't mind it. The 5-star art though is freaking fire. So we'll get to that eventually in the tier list that I make next time. All right, so let's do a little bit of comparisons in terms of what he has for stats. All right, so stats, there you go. Pretty well rounded actually for a D unit. Extremely good guard rate. Also great guard damage reduction rate, but keep in mind Blue also has the training gems maxed out, I believe, for guard rate for his D unit, so his D units are pretty damn buffed up. But normally you'd have about, I think, like 10-15% less, maybe 10%. So still really good guard rate, good crit rate actually for a D unit. And as you can see, Blue's got him at 102, and he plans to actually use him in the Abyss. All right, now we're gonna move on, guys, to the link bonuses. Now link bonuses are going to be interesting for this character because he has everyone from the time arc that he meets as a kid, but they're actually not kid versions here. So he's got Naruto and Jiraiya, obviously. He's got Papa Sasuke and Sarada, which makes sense, obviously. And then he's got Neji and Hinata. And if you know in the anime, he meets them both as the kid versions, but they don't have kid versions. So here we are. All right, going on to the skills. And of course, his jutsu is none other than the Rasengan. So he does single target damage, 100% chance to confuse the shinobi, boost all allies guard rate by 38%, boost all ally status effect suppression by 6.0% for 2 turns. Well, that's actually a really good jutsu, guys. So definitely worth using in Abyss and PvP. Especially in WT and Arena. He's going to dominate in those 2 places because of that alone. Never abandon my friends, boosting all allies guarded by 25% for the rest of the battle, which is extremely high, guys. So very good there. Attack and HP boost medium, of course, 12.6%. And Trust in Naruto is boost all allies damage reduction rate by 26.04% if he's active at the start of the turn. Boost all allies guard rate if he's active at the start of the turn. And then lastly, boost all active allies damage reduction rate if he's going last, which means if you're slower than everybody else. As you can see, Blue has 75 across the board for gear. He's got scrolls and talisman at 70 and 70 a pop, which is really high. And then of course he's got the maxed out vitalities. His vitality is actually 5k upon an ally defeat, or 3/4 of that if an opponent is defeated. So let's get into the arena match. Let's see what he's all about, guys. Now I'll tell you this, Boruto's a pretty damn stellar character. Alright, guys, jumping into arena here. So Blue's actually gone ahead and set this up for me. So what we're going to do here is we're going to watch it at 1.5 speed, and we're going to strictly focus on Boruto. Now, as you can see here, he's given everybody guard rate up, and he's given everybody damage reduction rate up, okay? So Blue is faster than the opponent, of course, so Blue will be going first, so he won't get that second damage reduction rate up like you would normally get if you were slower, so making Boruto actually a stellar character for slow people as well, too, especially if you pair him with, like, Tigara and Chio and people like that who have that going last trait, right? So you can actually max out guard rate pretty quickly and damage reduction rate if you have them paired with the right people. So you can see there his attack on another D unit was okay. Like he is pretty maxed out for Blue. He is only 4 stars though. As you get to 5 and 6, they get a lot stronger, obviously, but he did about 46k non-crit. His crit is only at 26%, so I'm not expecting him to crit very often, but 46k is not bad for another D unit hitting a D unit, but it's pretty like low in terms of PvP. Hopefully in Abyss and stuff he'll shine a little more, but he's not there for damage, guys, right? He's there for status effect suppression. He's there to confuse characters, and he's there to provide you insane tank buffs. So that's the main thing about Boruto you want to keep in mind. He's a pure tank through and through. So make sure that if you're looking for a nuker, Boruto's not it. But if you need a tank in places like Abyss and such, he's going to do really well for you. And you can see here, he's a little less than half health, so he took a full-on beating by 3 characters and still has a lot of health left. And here we're going to see his jutsu. So you're going to go ahead and see the Rasengan here, the animation, including the confuse that he does, unless he kills somebody here. So there you go. The shadow clones. Actually, I actually kind of like the combo there, not going to lie. So there you go. There's a confuse there. Chances are Jiraiya is going to die. Now, Jiraiya is really tanky, so it's not uncommon for him not to have killed him there. But the Confuse is there. That's great because now it gives Sasori the ability to do a status effect on Jiraiya, but Jiraiya died obviously, so that doesn't matter. And then Kakashi just did his own thing. So as you can see there, the damage was only 116k. Like he's not a damage dealer, guys. So if you're looking for a good damage dealer D unit, you're better off using people like Danzo, people like Kid Naruto against A units because he does more damage to them. Even you are Hokage, like you are old school Hokage Naruto, right? Like Naruto Hokage back in the day nukes A units as well too. It probably does a little more damage than Boruto, even though Boruto is a power creep unit. So let's see what happens here. Let's see if we get off another one. It looks like we are perfect. So let's see how much he does on an A unit. So this time he has the advantage in type, right? No crit last time. Let's see if he gets a crit this time. So 2217. So 221k. Still really low for Arena. So as you can see here, guys, he's just there to provide support. He isn't there to like make a big difference in your damage at all. But there is Blue's overall damage, and thank you for sharing that. And he fought Shuriken. So again, thank you to my boy Blue for sharing that with us. And let's talk a little bit about the character. So the biggest problem with this banner, guys, is the fact that we have Kid Naruto and we have another D version of Boruto now, the first D version of Boruto. Both are extremely good tanks, right? Putting them together makes them almost immortal. I'm not going to lie to you there. So if you're looking for a good NWT character, Boruto will do really, really well for you. As I mentioned, Abyss, he's going to really shine there, only because Abyss requires a lot of guard rate, a lot of damage reduction rate, which he gives plenty of, right? And pairing him with Kid Naruto, unfortunately, will end up giving you a 2-man chakra, so you want to avoid that. But pairing him with other units like White Mask Madara and other units that stack guard rate like Gaara or damage reduction rate, those are the kind of units you want to have them put together. Outside of that, I don't still recommend summoning for this banner, guys, unless you're a whale or dolphin and you really want this character. I personally am not, and I think that a lot of people should avoid this only because it's going to be one of those filler banners until something new comes out. Now Golden Week is coming out in Japan obviously on the 29th, exactly when this banner ends. Whether we're gonna get something or not, I don't know. My predictions is we're most likely not going to get it, and that is when we're gonna send the petition out, guys, just to make a point out of it that even though most gachas will celebrate Golden Week, tribes may not do it, and that's another missed opportunity to grow. But if they do celebrate it, there may be something big coming out, but only banner perspective, which still doesn't change the main problem with the game, right? So again, Boruto, stellar character, really good for NWT, amazing for Abyss, pretty damn good in Arena, but everywhere else you can probably replace them with other units that are D tanks. Alright guys, this is Payne. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, thank you to my boy Blue for giving me this information. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comment section. We'll talk soon.